The ground of our relationships rests in your thoughts. This is the foundation of your relationship to your entire life, everything. Okay, so the ground is how we think. And so, and so now we're talking love, but we're also talking the world, right? So, this next quote I have by my bed, I sleep by it. The Buddha said this to us: "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." So, I've been doing this for a long time, and I always hear the same things that people think, that these common thinking errors that continuously destroy millions of relationships prematurely before we even know if they're worth anything. So our divorce rate, I'm just going to give you a few statistics, 50% still, pretty close, first-time marriages. The second time, 75%. The third time, 90%. 90%. So there's a 10% chance that your third marriage will work. Why is that? Because you keep bringing the same thinking errors into the next relationship, into the next relationship, into the next relationship. So, so we have to stop this. And in fact, it's even worse for young people. I have 4 teenagers. I've been married for 30 years. Did I tell you that already? So I live in a lab of love. And the reason I can stand up and do this is because I have really a raucous sex life, way more than any woman who's been married to the same man for 30 years should possibly have. So I actually can teach you how to do it, okay? But, what it starts with is how you think. It all starts with how you think. And I want to tell you that in the early years of my marriage, I didn't know these things. And it's a lucky thing my husband is such a patient man. But I actually used to be angry at him all the time because he wasn't making me happy. Really, like for years, I just would beat him up because I was married. I thought I should be happy now. I was not happy. Raise your hands if this has ever happened to you. Thank you. It's not just me. So that's what we all sort of watch those Disney movies. We think we get married or we love somebody, and that is our happiness ticket. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Love does not make us happy. Okay, on a good day it does. And when we learn how to really cultivate it, it gets better and better. But no relationship is responsible for your happiness. That is your thinking. That's an inside job. Your happiness actually relies only on you. The other thinking error, which is even more rampant than the first, is that your relationship should be easy, or it should get easier, or it should be easier than it is. And, here's the thing. The hardest thing we do in life is love people. And that's because people are really annoying. They make stupid mistakes. They're thoughtless many times. They speak in unkind tones, usually to the people they're closest to. And we have to love them anyway. But there are those things, and then they're also really wonderful people. And so, mature love, and it took me a good 12 years to get to this mature love, is where you can actually hold what's lovable about somebody right next to what's annoying as hell about them. Because when you're really annoyed by somebody, all you can think about is what's annoying about them, right? But when you are able to actually see this is really challenging about this person, but they're also these things, then that's actually a mature love. That's what it looks like when it's balanced. And so I think on your sheet, there's a question about what are the thinking errors. And so talk to your neighbor for a minute or reflect about this for a second, but write something down on that sheet about what are the thinking errors that affect you most strongly in your relationship. Because there are a couple of things that you keep bringing to the party that are not helping your relationship. So